Glory.
Hey.
Talks with
That's me.
Talks with
Hey. You hear that, don't you?
Hello, this is Glory
What's my name?
and
That's
Ace.
what I'm talking about. Okay.
Welcome to our channel, show, podcast.
Disclaimer.
Oh, God.
I need you to make comments of the podcast. No couples advice. Okay? No advice on being together. No nothing. I just need feedback.
Right.
On what y'all feel about the podcast. Do you like it? Do you don't like it? I'm cool. If you don't like it, just tell me. Just let me know.
Tell us. Thank you.
Tell us. But I don't want to see no more comments. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect. What's the topic?
You said you was handling. You the one saying you was handling everything today.
It's Easter. You know what that
Resurrection
means?
Sunday.
I don't do Easter, but y'all know how a lot of y'all like to say
God
Happy Easter.
He rose.
I do the Resurrection Day.
That's why I said resurrection.
You feel me? She got her Easter outfit on. Look at her. Damn, she clean. Ain't she, y'all?
Anyways,
So what's the topic? Oh, I want to start off by had a friend that was in a car accident yesterday, and she fell asleep behind the wheel on her way coming to Jacksonville. We were supposed to hang out yesterday. I didn't hear from her. She ended up hitting me up this morning, letting me know she fell asleep behind the wheel, fractured wrist, fracture. I think her ankle's in a splint, her leg is in a splint because of her ankle, and she had a concussion. So I'm glad she okay. I'm glad she alive. But if, you know, I'm not gonna say her name, but if you can keep her and pray for her, that'll be great. I appreciate y'all.
For a speedy recovery.
Yes, ma'am. But she is doing fine. She's doing okay. She back with her kids and her family on Easter. They discharged her this morning.
That's a blessing. I'm glad everything was okay.
Roger. Yes.
So our first topic today, doing like a quick hit segment.
All right.
Again.
I try to do it too.
Can you give the love that you require?
What do you mean by that?
Like in reference to like a relationship, and I would actually say like in all aspects, like what you require in your friendships, what you require in your relationships with your family, what you require with your I don't want to say intimate relationships.
You mean how you being loved?
Yeah. Like the love that you require, can you give it?
The love,
like, because you can require X, Y, and Z, but are you also able to give that same thing that you're asking for?
I don't think a lot of people can.
Me neither.
I'm not saying I'm perfect, so I don't want y'all thinking that, but I'm speaking for myself, from my experiences. From the 3 or 4 relationships I've been in, I don't know if exactly. I know it's been 3 or 4. It's been at least 4. One night. I say they demand. I feel like they demand stuff from me, and then in return I don't get it, and then when I bring it up, I guess I don't know. I'm crying. I don't know.
Why do you think that is?
Ooh, snap. My bad, y'all. Phone almost dropped on the ground.
Why do you think that is?
Why?
Like,
I don't know. You gotta ask them.
But I'm saying, do you like see a pattern?
Yeah, I have a pattern back then of broken women.
You think it's because they're broken?
I ain't gonna lie. My homegirl did tell me she told me I have a bad case of taking on charity. That's what she told me. And what she mean by that is by they be in some type of emotional situation or something or whatnot. Cause now that I actually look at it, yeah, the 4 relationships I've been in, yeah, man, they probably didn't get enough time to heal before it,
So you think they still have like wounds or things that they haven't dealt with, basically?
Yeah.
That kind of like flows over into the next relationship.
Yeah, they say they cool, but I don't think they was really cool. I think they know. I think they think they cool. I think they just don't want to be alone. That's what I think. But honest for me, I think I can, but I don't know.
What love do you require?
What love got to do with it?
But that's part of the question. That's what I'm asking.
But Tina Turner said, "What love got to do with it?"
And what does it have to do with it?
Exactly. So it sounds like to me, you don't need love in a relationship.
You don't think you need love in a relationship?
That's what Tina said.
But I'm asking you. We're not asking Tina Turner. We're asking Ace.
Oh, we're not asking Miss Turner?
We're asking Ace.
My
question is, what kind of love do you require?
What kind of love I require?
Yeah, what love do you require?
Jesus love.
Agape?
Yeah, agape. Exactly.
And that's like, because we're not just talking about relationships. We're talking about like friendships, family, associates, like all different types of relationships.
Everybody wants to be loved.
True.
At some point in their
Even
life,
though some people don't
act like it.
Right. But everybody
wants to, because that's the feeling everybody has. Can't nobody tell me they never had that feeling, because they'll lie and whatnot. You can try to act like you hardly. People always say, I don't care what other people think, but then I always care what other people think. So at the end of the day, everybody wants to be loved.
Right.
It's just, everybody got to be loved differently. Can't love everybody the same. Yep. Especially somebody who got PTSD, meaning trauma from past situations. Yeah. So they got to be loved differently. So they might need a little extra, extra pat on the back. You did a good job. That's nice. Good job. They might need that, man.
That's true.
So most females might need reinsurance.
Yeah.
So I know they're going to get tired and telling her all day, every day, you beautiful, you beautiful. But, hey, once you start it, you can't stop it.
Yeah, that's true.
So when dudes start realizing, you get the same energy 24/7. I mean, but I think people going to do what they feel like doing. So, a lot of dudes really don't be liking these girls out here, dog.
What you mean?
They be liking each other. Too many of my homegirls' conversations they be having me in.
Oh, wow.
I done seen text messages, some of the dudes that they be hitting them up. And I'm like, man, it's right.
Can you give the love you require?
I think I can.
Okay. You think you can?
Yeah, just like the book. I think I can.
The book or the train?
Yeah, that's the book. I don't know the name of the book.
The book about the train?
Oh, the little engine that could.
The little engine that
yes, I think I can. I think I can.
You think you can or you know you can?
I know I can.
You know you can?
Yes.
Have you you know I can?
I haven't tried it yet on nobody, so I don't know.
You haven't?
No. I haven't loved people properly.
Why not?
I don't know, because I was hurt, I guess.
I'm talking about now.
I haven't met nobody yet to give it now.
Oh. Me, can I give the love I require? Mm-hmm. I know I can. I know I can.
Okay. The big engine that could.
I know I can.
How you know?
Because I give it.
Okay.
I generally give what I want to receive.
What? That's what I hear too. I be hearing that.
Like.
What do it do? Show an action now.
I would have to say with my not relationships, because I haven't been in a relationship in a while, but like when I say relationships, I mean as far as like with family, like with my sisters. I feel like before you can try to be a better person to others, you first, number one, have to start being better to yourself. And then once you start being better to yourself, it starts flowing into your immediate family members, like your mom, your siblings, your father, things like that. So it's like my sisters and my mom you know, my immediate family, in a sense, has been like my testing ground. So it's like, if I'm wrong, I'm learning to apologize. So I'm learning in reference to, that's why I said I don't want to just limit that question to just, you know, like being in a relationship. Like, you gotta, in order to know how to treat your potential partner from that aspect, you number one need to know how to treat yourself or love yourself and love the ones that are close to you.
Where you learn that from?
What you mean, where I learned that from?
How you get taught? Little kid don't know how to do that. You gotta be taught.
Right, you gotta be taught that as morals and values.
So where you learn that from?
Family.
Yeah, home, right?
Home.
So
my relationship with Christ.
So
right?
we pretty much what I'm getting at is, if you're dealing with somebody who really don't know how to do that, clearly they didn't get it. That's my opinion. That's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, it's possible.
The majority of the time, they didn't get it at the house.
And if they did get it at the house, it's possible that they've gone through something that makes them, you know, not want to open themselves up in that manner. I would say. You know what I'm saying? Like, something that they've gone through has caused them to, you know, in a sense, act bitter to others in certain situations. Or sometimes we can just be faced with different situations. We may be dealing with something at that time, and we're taking our frustrations out on other people.
I be seeing girls on social media be like, man, I ain't got no more to give. They be like
sometimes I be wondering if they just be talking.
They be like, don't come in. They be like, don't come talk to me. I'm all dried out.
Sometimes I think they just be talking.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because, I mean, but again, this is just my opinion. I could be wrong. But sometimes we say things because that's just what we're feeling in the moment. But when the right one comes along, it's like, you'll be willing to open up. That's just what I feel. A lot of times we say what we're not going to do, or we're done with love. But when love comes, like real love, true love, when it actually comes, oh, you're going to open up.
What?
That's just what I believe.
Okay. As soon as I get home, Babyface.
Oh, he wrote that song for Faith Evans? That's the one you talking about?
No, you talking about soon as... I'm talking about...
I don't know the one about Babyface.
The famous Soon As I Get Home. Never heard of it. I'll pay your rent. I'll cook your dinner too. Soon as I get home from work. No?
No.
Wow. Action Mama, she knows. I'm pretty sure your mama know that one. I know she do. Oh, your mama?
Don't be putting my mama business out there like that.
I'm asking you. That's not putting no business.
Yeah, I don't want to say.
Just edit it out. We'll put a little animal noise. No, my mama older than her. So yeah, I'm pretty sure she know that song.
Okay. Type of love that I require you to respect me, respect my mind, be supportive, be patient, because I'm patient.
Paint her toenails.
Paint my toenails. What? What?
She confused it.
I am. I'm so lost.
That's what dudes used to do back in the day. They used to take their girl's foot and be painted. I'm like, oh, look at them.
That's cute.
Yeah, I would never do it, but go ahead. This we got the Asian lady for.
Right. Honor, respect, loyalty. I'm just all of that to a default anyways. I'm very loyal, trustworthy. I'm a woman of my word. That's one thing that I know everybody can say about me, is if I tell you I'm going to do something, I do it. I always have kept my word. I mean, it has to be something drastic that comes up for me to not keep it. And if something did, I'm communicating with you about it. So it's not something that's going to come as a surprise. Learned a lot from my past, been through a lot. So it's helped me become who I am now, to be able to be free and ready to give the love that I do require. Okay. And much more. Second question. Are we done with that one?
Second question. Oh my goodness. Second question.
Oh my God.
Can we get
that
this
you get for snatching something out my hand? Why are men scared of commitment? That's a question for a guy.
No, that's a question for everybody.
I don't know if I can answer that question.
Yeah.
I can't speak for a man. I don't know what men are thinking.
I'm not saying that you got to speak for him.
No, I'm not saying.
You can give an opinion, though. From experience, stuff you've seen out in the world.
Sometimes I feel like maybe they're just not ready.
Mm.
Like, you can have a guy who can tell that a woman is a good woman, but maybe he just still want to roam the streets.
So then, why is they still getting good women and running the streets then?
What you mean?
I mean, if that's the case.
No, what I'm saying is, like, it could be a guy that may, like a girl, or because this situation can be a guy who doesn't want to commit to even being in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because he making know that that's a good girl, but maybe he's just not ready to put his player hat down, I guess.
Well, there's a lot of dudes out there that still get in relationships and still had their player hats on. I seen there's a girl on my Facebook.
Why did they do that?
There's a girl that's posted some on my face on my timeline. Well, on her thing that showed up on my timeline, where she said, the thing said, single men don't even shoot they shot. It'd be the boyfriends and the husband be shooting they shot. Hey, I started laughing. I said, dang, dog. They be shit. Then old girl go put caption. They be empty at the clip.
That's crazy. Like, you got something at home. Why not invest in that? Why not build on?
You know why?
Otherwise, why are you holding that person hostage?
I'm gonna tell you, listen.
In a sense, I'm not gonna say hostage.
Nah, they ain't, because they got an option. They got a choice to leave.
Yeah.
You know why? I mean, at the end of the day, people just want to have a cake and eat it too, whether it be male or female.
That's true.
So that's how I be feeling. They just want their cake and eat it too. I mean, I've been there before. For a minute. Shoot. I ain't trust none of y'all. I ain't saying lie to you. You can smile. I ain't trust y'all at all. I got my heart broken twice. Back to back. Right before I went in. Then I got that call while I got to my first duty station. I remember I was in reception. I was on the top bunk. I got that call, and she broke up with me before I even got to my unit. She like, I don't think I can do this long distance. I ain't gonna let y'all know I ain't ashamed. I cried. I was crying, and my butt make down. He like McCray, man. Hey man, we gonna go out, dog. Don't worry about it. Man, bump her. I can't say the language he used, but he like bump her, man.
That's why you turn so.
Yeah, I told myself I would never be put in that position again to where I felt like that.
Feeling vulnerable.
Yeah, well, a female just did that when I had pretty much gave a lot in there. You could probably call me a square during that time. I would literally be catering and being considerate and
why is that being?
Nice.
Why do people consider that being?
No, I'm telling you, that's what they say.
That's what I'm saying. Why do people consider that being a square?
Say that.
Who doesn't want a guy?
That's y'all.
Don't say y'all.
That's y'all gender of race.
Don't say y'all.
Yeah, women.
Because all women don't want that.
Okay, I never said you did not.
No, you said y'all.
That's what they say.
You said y'all, though.
Women say that.
But not all women.
Men said they call Russell Wilson square, and I don't see where he's square.
I think that is a very good man.
I don't see
from what I see, personally, he appears to be a very good man.
When you didn't grow up in a household with two parents that's been married, happily married, yeah, they gonna call him square, because to them dudes think it's weird.
I don't think that's weird.
That's why.
That's the kind of husband
you grew up in a household where you did have two parents, but the daddy be cheating on them. See, they don't know what real love look like. So now when you see it, you want to say,
what does the real love look like?
I ain't gonna lie. Sure look like Russell with Sierra right now.
Right.
That's all I was like. Listen, that's all I know. I can honestly look at that man when I be watching him. And when he be in interviews and how he be looking at her, I'd be devastated if some type of scandal came out on Russell Wilson. I'd be like,
that part.
I'd be like, God dang. I think dang, Russ.
But I think that's why you shouldn't idolize other people. You should
you shouldn't.
Focus on building a relationship with your partner. But what was the question? No. Why are men scared of commitment?
I just told you, they want their cake and eat it too.
Why?
I know I ain't want none of that. I just didn't trust y'all. That's why I was
scared.
Yeah, I was in 2 committed relationships before I joined the Army. And then I live with one of them. Not live with, we live together. Let me rephrase that, because I don't need no girl out the time. I'm just moving in with people. Well, you know how y'all, especially how you and your sister did me last week.
My sister, don't say I.
You agree with
I
it.
said
you like, girl, yeah. That's how you.
I was being sarcastic.
Okay.
Get out your feelings. It's gonna be okay.
All right, champ.
That's your response. That's just very vague.
No, that's it. I didn't trust none of y'all. You want me to say it one more time?
No, I mean, like, but what about that was back then? What about now?
I'm just telling you back then. I don't have no issue now. I'm sure anybody ready to get married, man, just let me know.
There you go.
I'm ready.
He said he's ready, ladies.
She's ready, fellas. She's prime for years.
I don't like you.
She just tried to play me, see? That's why you should never be trying me.
What? How did I try to play you? You said that you're ready. He just said that he was ready to get married.
Yeah, I ain't ready to jump the altar tomorrow, but see, yeah. Like, I'm open. I'm more open than I would ever. I think this just comes with time. And on top of that, I be at the house chilling all the time by myself. even with my kids. When that, I'm like, man, it just be me and the boys. That's pretty much it.
Well, he's ready whenever that one is ready.
And she's ready, fellas.
I am ready.
Mm-hmm. She's been ready since 12.
You better not spill that on my floor.
Don't look. Why do people ghost instead of being honest about?
You skipped the question.
No, I'm not. I'm shooting around.
Oh, okay.
Why do people ghost instead of being honest about not being interested? Why do they? Shakina?
I don't know. I've gotten ghosted.
Have you ever ghosted somebody?
Actually,
I know you have.
Actually, I have. I don't do it often, but I have.
Why'd you do it?
I wasn't interested.
So why you just weren't honest with him?
I guess because I only talked to the person like one time. It was just, the conversation was flowing, but from a standpoint of, I don't know what it was about the conversations that I've had where I've stopped talking to a person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's rare that I would ghost somebody. But me personally, I feel like ghosting is more so like you've been in communication with this person for, a good period of time. But if I just, no, I won't say no. Because I don't do people like that. Like, if I just met you, let's say we're conversing, like I just met you, we exchange phone numbers, we talk one time, and if I don't text you or respond back to any of your text messages, is that considered ghosting? Mm-hmm. If it's just one time?
I don't know. I ghost people all the time.
But would you consider that ghosting?
Say it again?
Like, is ghosting when you only talk to this person one time, or is ghosting meaning you've had a couple of different conversations, you guys?
People label all my stuff ghost.
Well, that's what I'm asking you now.
That's why I don't know. I just do what I do.
Would you consider the explanation that I just gave as far as like what I did with this particular guy?
Yeah, because you didn't close it out.
Even if it was just for one time,
I had a girl who told me she would date multiple people.
Mm-hmm.
And she hit me up and like, hey, I found who I wanted to talk to. I found the one, so I'm just letting you know. Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh, I ain't never had that before. I'm like, that's neat. That's cool. Appreciate it. Young sister. Appreciate that. So she felt I don't feel like she had to tell me, but she did.
But that's what I mean. Like, if you just, if I mean, technically, from my experience, me not wanting to talk to those particular guys that I've done that to in the past.
Did it once.
I don't want to say once, because now that I think about it, it's
been more than one.
But it's never been a, it's always been like a one conversation type situation. Not so, if I'm talking to you for like a whole week straight, I'm somewhat feeling you.
Mm.
If I only talk to you for one day and that's it, I personally don't feel like that's ghosting. I don't really see where this is going.
I mean, that's what I think, but that's not what people tell me.
That's what you think, what?
I don't think after you talk to somebody for one day, I don't think it's ghosting.
I don't think that's ghosting.
But that's not what people tell me.
My opinion, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but my opinion, I would think ghosting is like, okay, you've been in constant communication with a particular individual maybe for a couple of weeks now. Even if it's been a week or more, in a sense, that's ghosting. Because if you've been talking to that person for about a week and all of a sudden they don't hear from you, I would think that's ghosting. Because in a sense, in a week, you can actually build a relationship. Not completely build, but you're in the process of building a relationship. If I'm talking to you for a week, that means we're talking every day. And all of a sudden you just stop. I would think that that's ghosting. Now, I've never done that.
I have.
I've been ghosted though.
I done ghost with, we probably was good that whole Sunday, and I just said before I went to bed, no, I'm good.
My reasoning behind it, when I did it with those particular situations, I just like, it was a good conversation, but I wasn't really like viewing the guy in a romantic situation. Like initially it was like, okay, well, let me see what this is about. And then after the conversation, it wasn't that it was a bad conversation. It was just, I ain't really feeling nothing. No sparks, no fireworks, no butterflies.
Well, I did it. I ain't had no good reason. I mean, maybe I just thought she,
What?
I don't know. Maybe she couldn't cut it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, was it because you wasn't feeling a vibe, or?
Different things for different ones.
What you mean?
I mean, I might have woke up and like, I don't like her like I thought I did.
That's what I'm saying. You wasn't feeling her like that. You wasn't feeling a vibe.
Yeah, Sunday I probably was. And if for some whatever reason, no.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm good.
If I don't get butterflies around you every time I talk to you, or when your name pops across my phone, I'm not really that interested.
She must think this like Cinderella. But yeah, that's what's up.
I mean, that's how I know I like somebody.
Sound like Beauty and the Beast.
How does that sound? Nothing about Beauty and the Beast has anything to do with butterflies.
I'm just messing around.
But yes, I don't think, and I think after you've been talking to somebody for consecutively over a week, I don't think it's appropriate. I'm not gonna say appropriate, because you're free to do whatever you want to do, but it just kind of like leaves the person open. It's like, you don't open me up to, you know,
a vibe that you can't maintain.
Right.
That's what I hear from
like,
women.
why would you, if you didn't like me, you could have just said that you
They're
wasn't.
like, don't start no vibe that you can't maintain. I'm like, I'm sorry you keep choosing the wrong man.
But it's like, how do you even know? Because it's like, you're leading me to believe that you're interested in me. Like, if you're not interested in me, why do you keep talking to me? Or is it that your attention span is very short? You initially liked me, but you've met someone else, and now you're just ready to jump on the next ship.
That's it.
Sometimes I feel like that's what it is.
That's what it sounds like to me too.
That's what I think it is.
So, why are men scared of commitment?
That kind of ties into what I just said. Like, I think men are afraid of commitment because they just may not be ready. Or they're afraid of locking one person down and missing out, maybe. I don't know. I can't think for a man. Mm-hmm. I don't know how they think. I don't know the reason as to why they do certain things.
No, that sounds like a good one. I thought like that at one point.
What?
That maybe I was missing out. But I was having so much fun. Yeah, I thought I probably would miss out if I was in a relationship.
Do you think that has anything to do with the woman not being good enough? Or do you just think that it was just your decision because you just wasn't ready? Because I was missing out. So let me ask you this question. Like, whenever a guy finally does settle down and all the other women that he passed up and he's stating that those were also good women, is it really just the fact that he just wasn't ready? Or was it the fact that this was just the woman, meaning the woman? Meaning if that woman, even if that woman wouldn't have met you now and would have met you then, would you have also did the same thing to her?
I probably would have. I tell women.
So technically,
I tell women all the time. Right now, you meet me right now is probably your best chance to get a decent conversation. Me not trying to press you to do nothing. Like, this is because back then, yeah, don't meet me back then. But then again, the females I messed with back then, they was on the type of time I was on, even though they ain't try to admit to it, but it was on that nightlife too. Mm. That females will try to act like they not sleeping around like us, but yeah.
Oh, baby, they are.
How you know? You've been going for 4 years.
What I'm saying is, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see how people act.
Yeah, but
you can sit back and you can tell.
Yeah, but you know what I want to ask? This not even on the list.
What?
Do you feel like a wedding ring should be in a marriage?
A wedding ring?
Yeah. Because I know a couple who, this is my OG, they've been married for like 20 plus years. Mm-hmm. They don't wear a wedding ring. And I asked his wife, I asked him his, I ain't gonna say her name, but I asked her, and I said, why you don't want a ring? She said, well, I mean, it's married women out here who wear rings and they out here still doing what they do, so how symbolic is it?
Then I would think it. What she's saying.
So she told me it's all about how you act. A ring doesn't fend off men from hitting on you. I mean, obviously we in 2021, that ring don't mean nothing.
Because there's been plenty of guys who thought I was married.
So it's not even a scare tactic no more, because so many people married be messing around. It don't matter. So why put some more pressure on it? I'm not saying I wouldn't do it, and I'm not saying I won't do it. Won't do it or will do it. I'm just saying her point does make sense. She said, why act like a wife? So I don't get approached.
I feel her on that. So, I'm being there. Like, even when I didn't wear rings, I would say that was part of the reason why that's a part of why I have been single, because a lot of men, I've been told either by like a third party or somebody who know me, yes, so-and-so inquired about you, but he said he thought she was married. Just because of how I present myself or how I carry myself.
Exactly.
Whether I have on rings or not, men naturally think, like, this is a beautiful girl. I just know she's married.
I know when I have a conversation what type of woman I'm dealing with. I don't know about other guys, but I actually commit having conversations. Mm-hmm. So I'm not ready just to just jump right in.
Jump right into what?
Just anything, bed, whatever. I'm not really just, other dudes just be like, like that little horn. Little Chihuahua dog with the pink thing sticking up. Yeah, that's them. Fine. If you want to edit it out, that's fine. But I'm being real. Listen, my audience told me to be myself.
Be yourself. You kept that. You that was good. That wasn't too.
And so, me, I can know what I'm dealing with. I'm like, this is gonna be too easy. That's why I be telling myself, like, this is gonna be easy.
What you mean too easy?
Like females who. Some females, I meet some females who just straight up honest. Look, I just want to kick you and do this. But I want conversation first before we go right into it. I'm like, well, dang, but that's honest.
Oh wow.
And then you got some who say, I want a relationship. Do. Like literally, I can just tell within minutes of a conversation what type of person I'm dealing with, what type of female I'm dealing with. So
that's true. It doesn't take long to figure out who you're talking to.
Yeah, especially if you really trying to get to know somebody at the beginning, like within 15 minutes of conversation. I'm
right. Like, you ask certain questions. You can discern that person's character. You can pretty much kind of tell who you're dealing with.
Yeah, if you actually looking for that.
Right. That's what
looking for the signs. Yeah.
You can tell. Like, you really can tell. Like, prime example, like there was a situation where I was conversing with somebody, and off rip, I could just already tell that it just wasn't what I wanted. His mind wasn't in the right place. No matter what I said in reference to, you know what I'm saying? Like, no matter, it's like you, even when you're being yourself, and I know that I carry myself a certain way, and when you're still, in a sense, trying to insinuate other things, I can already tell. I was more so aggravated by the conversation more than anything. And I somewhat felt insulted. Because I'm like, I'm sure you can sense the type of woman that I am. And now I'm just annoyed at this point.
Well, she sounds cocky.
Because I feel like you're trying me.
She cocky the much. She said, like I assume you know I don't play that.
It's just...
That's how she just did, y'all. You know I ain't finna get a D-drop.
I'm just...
Like, what is you trying to say,
I'm
sir?
just saying, it was like...
You want me to come where? Now, you know not to ask me that.
It was just, I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling it. And honestly, I think that's another reason. There's plenty of reasons as to why I haven't found the one. But that's one of the many. Because I get aggravated, like, really fast. I get aggravated.
I know it, y'all. Trust me, I be feeling it.
You don't know me.
I feel it sometimes, y'all. So believe it.
I get aggravated. I get aggravated with the thoughts of trying. The whole dating process is annoying to me.
I know, don't it?
It is so
annoying. Don't you hate trying to tell your color every time? God.
Tell my color.
Yeah, your color. You gotta tell your color red like 9 times. I don't really call it dating.
I get aggravated.
Because me dating is actually me taking you on a date.
Exactly.
And I ain't taking you on no date, so we're not dating.
Exactly.
We're just conversing.
Exactly. I get aggravated. Because I know what I want. Mm-hmm. I know what I'm looking for. And when I feel like it's not leading there, because I'm aggravated.
So you aggravated, so you go from left to right? Man, it looks weird from the back.
Dating is annoying. It really is. Dating is annoying.
Dating...
Well, I'm not dating. Trying to get to know someone is annoying. Let me clear that up.
I find it fascinating.
I don't.
I like it.
And I think just when you and my sister was laughing at me the other day is because I'm a little weird. I like people, but I don't like people. And I'm trying to work on that. So.
I think it's a good. The only time I get frustrated is when you start labeling me stuff. That's when I get frustrated. Because one girl said I look like a hoe. That's what she said.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like, dang. I didn't know I was like the spokesperson.
How do you look like?
I don't know. I don't even know what one look like. Kid look like me.
Interesting.
Yes.
But
Ace and Glory.
Ace and Glory. So what? But no, like the trying to get to know people. Men are weird, or maybe it's just me, and I just feel like
men are not weird. Stop saying men. The
men
that you meet are weird.
I'm sorry, you are absolutely correct. That's why I got my ace right here to help me out.
She thought that was funny. She thought that was clever.
Y'all see how he do me?
Go ahead. That's why you got your ace right here.
No. Dang, you don't make me forget what I was saying.
Listen, all I know is I find it fascinating to date, and it's not weird for me. So
that's what I was saying. It's annoying and it's weird. Some men, that's what I was saying. Some men, or maybe because I'm just different. Some men are annoying. I don't know if it's because they're used to women acting a certain way or doing certain things, and it's just like I'm not those type of chicks. I'm not stuck up. It's just I know what I want, and I just find it weird.
You find it weird?
It's weird. Some men are weird.
Some men are weird.
I just haven't found that guy that just
sweep you off your feet.
I guess.
Looking for that 411 love, huh? Real love. Hey. I'm searching for real love. Hey. You gonna finish it?
Someone set my heart free. Hey.
Hey.
But
All right,
anyway,
Faith. All right.
that's not Faith. That's
I know. I'm talking about.
Mary.
I'm saying you, Faith. But I know who's saying that song.
But no, what was we just saying? But yeah, I haven't found that.
You will. I believe you.
I believe it too.
I believe in you.
Waiting.
I know. You gotta get your clock. Realistically, he ain't coming tomorrow. But
He might come tomorrow. He might come later on tonight.
I got a better chance holding my breath.
I don't know. He might come tonight.
I got a better chance holding my breath, y'all.
He might come to. I pray for my husband. Wherever you are, if you're listening, I pray for you every night. I do.
Every morning, every night.
Every day. I pray for him every day.
Okay. At Publix and the self-checkout line.
I do. I pray for my husband.
All right, y'all. We gonna move on from that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
We gonna move from husband.
I'm interceding for him right now.
What she basically saying is, anytime soon. All right.
Right.
Shut
up.
Shut up. Is love enough in a relationship? Oh my gosh.
Is love enough in a relationship?
They sure went in the Derrick Jackson relationship. Whatever his name is.
Oh my God. Is love enough? I don't think so. And
I believe it is.
I don't think it is. I know it's not.
So what's the other elements?
The reason why I say that,
how you know you single?
Because I've been in that situation.
What? I mean, what else you need?
I broke up with one of my exes for that reason.
I really feel like it's dependent on the person and what they want.
I'm not gonna say any names, but I broke up with.
The world would like to know.
No, because it's not that serious.
Y'all must be Facebook friends.
I don't know, but
that's the more reason to do it.
No, one of my exes, that was the reason I actually broke up with him, because love wasn't enough.
How you know he loved you?
When I say is love enough, I mean me loving you, you loving me, but other things that are just as important is missing. You can be, prime example, okay, so you can be in love with someone. And what I mean by that is like, you're building towards something, you've invested your time, you're there for that person. Because we were so deep into the situation, it's like anything that I did that wasn't just me, I always considered him. And sometimes, a lot of times, I felt like he didn't do the same.
Do you feel like you were taking granted?
I was very much so taken for granted. And I'm not saying this in any way as if I'm trying to bash somebody, because I'm past that. I'm just saying this in reference to why I believe love isn't enough, because I do have experience. And this is me in my experience. I felt like I was in love. Okay, I thought it cut out. But I felt like I was in love. Well, I knew I was in love. And I was willing, and I was doing any and everything for him because I was looking forward towards marriage. But you just get to a point where I wasn't feeling appreciated. I didn't feel like the love I was giving was being reciprocated. And that's why I feel like love isn't enough, because you can love me all day. He would say that he loved me, but you can love me all day. But if I'm left feeling empty and I'm giving of myself, what is left to fill me up with? I'm empty and you're full of everything that I've given you. And I have nothing from the receiving end from you. You know what I'm saying? Like...
Yeah, it sounds real sad, don't it? So you need like a theme song.
No. But that's... You so funny.
TKO, baby.
Turn that on. But
TKO, you probably sound like you about to give up, huh?
No, that was then. Like, it was just in that moment, it was like, I remember it, like when God told me to let him go. I remember I had been thinking about it for the past couple of months, and I was like, I can't. I love him. Like, Lord, like, I know what I'm feeling. Maybe this is all up, because marriage is not perfect. And I was just like, I love him, but I don't feel like I don't feel like I'm getting what I need back. I wasn't feeling like I wasn't getting what I needed back. You know what I'm saying? So I remember just praying about it. And then finally, I remember waking up one morning, and it was almost as if God was telling me, like, this is the day that you're going to break up with him. And I was like, what? He was like, this is what you're going to do. And when I tell you, it felt so weird. That day felt so weird. I always call that day my outer body experience. Because I did it, and it was just like, I did it, and I was like, oh, okay. Well, God, you told me to let go, so I'm going to let go. I wasn't expecting to be single for 6 years. Almost 6 years, though. But I just believe in that moment, God was telling me, God would never tell you to let go of something and not bless you with something better. So this 6 year singleness, or almost 6 year singleness,
okay.
God is gonna send me something that's gonna be very much so worth.
Your dry to be over.
Worth the wait.
Right.
But that's why I don't believe love is enough.
You're dry. Yeah. Hopefully you dry to open soon.
Hopefully. I'm praying for you.
Like the well done went dry.
Husband,
but
my well is not dry. It's overflowing. Living water.
You're right. Abundance.
Thank you, Jesus.
The essence.
Hallelujah.
Yes. Aura.
Woo. But no, that's why I feel like love isn't enough. Like in a relationship, especially if you're building towards marriage, and even in a marriage. I mean, this is my personal take on it. I've never been married, but I do believe I know, or somewhat know, what builds a relationship, and it's not just built on love. You know what I'm saying? I believe it's built.
You other stuff that it's built on.
I'm about to say it. It's built on trust. It's built on loyalty.
Okay.
It's built on communication. It's built on understanding.
Okay.
It's built on patience.
Got you.
It's built on unconditional love.
What?
I mean, I don't believe a relationship, prime example as one of the questions that we do have. It's like, why you got men out there who love their wives, but they'll go cheat on them. You have men who will beat on their wives.
That's not love.
But they love them.
No, they don't.
They love them. It may not be the love that we believe they should be exemplifying.
They don't.
Does it make it right that they're beating on them? Absolutely not.
No.
But they believe that they love that person.
I disagree.
They believe. What I'm saying is they believe that they love that person.
What you said, if they do. And I'm letting you know they don't. You can try to convince yourself all day, but you don't.
True.
We all know what 1 Corinthians chapter 13 is, right? Verses 6 and 7.
But can you truly believe that love is enough?
I never said that.
But that's what I'm referencing.
I'm referencing. Excuse me, man. I'm referencing.
Come on,
what you just said, and I'm letting you know.
But let me elaborate on what I was trying to say.
Okay, we'll elaborate
so that we can have a better understanding.
All right, Edges, come on.
What? Go ahead. I mean, go. Stop pulling my hair. Go ahead. What you was going to say.
Nah, go ahead and finish. You said you want to elaborate.
Nah, go ahead.
Make it make sense, man.
I just feel like you have people who love in the capacity that they believe that they can love. That's their way of loving. You can tell someone how to love, but ultimately that's how they love. Whether we believe whether it's right or wrong, or the way that they love, they can't love this person because they're doing X, Y, and Z.
Preach.
But that's their way of love. Stop.
What?
Because you're being extra. So that's why I said, because everybody's definition of love is different.
All right now.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, in one of my past relationships, that was part of the reason why I let it go. And I'm gonna be honest. I tell everybody this who I share my testimony with. I didn't want to let go. I didn't.
Talk to him.
And at that time, I was still in love with that person. Yes. But you can love somebody and move on. All because when you know that you deserve better, it's okay to let go and go find better.
You gotta let God and let go.
I mean, granted. And it's like, in a sense, now that I'm older and I'm more mature and I have a little bit more, I now, embrace my self-love. Okay. It's like, it's also teaching me that, when I do get married, there's a possibility that I could go through phases where I may not feel loved. Yes. And it's like, are you going to walk away?
What?
And I'm not going to say I struggle with that, but that is definitely a thought. It's like, when you say I do, when I think about marriage, it's like, when I think about the guy that God has for me, or the man that God has for me, it's like, that's why, and that's part of the reason as to why you should be praying for your future husband and praying for y'all's relationship. And the commitment that you guys and the vows that you guys are going to be bringing before Christ. It's like, and really truly making sure that this is the one that you'll be willing to fight every round in the ring for.
Like that boy of that Tyler Perry movie, Temptations. Well, he was fighting for his wife.
Right. I mean, when I think about my future husband, when I say I do.
He like a mix of Lauren Fishburne and John Amos.
When I think about my future husband, it's when I say I do, it's I do to being in the ring with you every morning. No matter what that looks like.
Ding ding in round one.
To eternity. Me and you.
And forever rounds, y'all gonna be able to fight. Yes. Okay. And she did the pow. Okay.
That's gonna be us.
All right.
That's what I want.
Next swing, it's gonna be all right, girl. Yes, it's gonna be okay.
But no.
No little TKO for you.
Right.
I see you. That's what's up, man.
I mean, I feel like in a marriage is something that you should be fighting for.
You feel me?
But that's just my take on it. I personally don't think that love is enough. And the reason why I don't think love is enough to expound more on it, I guess, is because the way that they may love me, I may not want that.
What? Because you gotta ask. You gotta ask. Remember, you gotta ask.
Ask what?
Sometimes it's good to ask the person that you're dealing with, how do you want to be loved?
That part. But that's why you go through the process of being in a relationship.
Stop trying to make people guess. Because people gonna be, me might not be enough for you.
Right. And when you realize that, walk away, ladies.
So if you tell me...
Because sometimes we stay when we know we should have been left.
When you say stuff like, well, I don't want to tell you because you're going to act like it. I know how to love. But what if that might be the way you want to be loved? Exactly. So if you don't tell me, like Musiq Soulchild, you got to teach me.
That's my song.
I ain't asked all that, man.
Y'all see how he do me, but when he wants something, when he brings a song
but I love
in,
her, girl.
he brings a song in, he wants me to be on board and everything. But whenever I say something, I get like,
I'm messing with you.
Treated like a stepchild.
Treat her like a lady.
Some friend aces.
Some friends and aces. You tried to take a shot at me right there.
I said some friend that ace is that you are. That's what I said. I wasn't trying to play on words, even though it sounded like it was.
Sounded like you was rapping,
but I wasn't playing on words.
Sounded like you was rapping a little.
Anyways, can you elaborate on what was the question? You just scared me because it was like right there my ear.
You see that? Nobody jump. People who jump like that. My mama always said when people jump like that for no reason, that means they did something guilty. Anyway.
Shut up and elaborate on this topic. Please elaborate on this topic.
What's the topic again?
You got the paper. You took the paper from me. Is love enough? in a relationship.
I
And
guess not.
and
after
that's
hearing-
from family
I
relationships.
guess not. Since hearing yours,
But you gotta give your take on it.
I know. I said I guess not. I don't know now. Like I'm confused.
What you mean? Like elaborate. What you mean? Why you say you confused?
Real love is enough.
Real love.
Yeah,
But what if the way that person loves?
that's different. When I say
But
real
that's-
love,
But
you
my.
gonna let me finish?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
See what I gotta do?
I said now I admit to my faults and I apologize. He never does that to me.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, you're
Keena.
not. No, you're not.
I'm sorry.
Because you're gonna do it again. Go ahead.
Sure is.
See.
Yeah, I think it is real love, and anybody that.
So would that
Oh,
person
my
not be giving
gosh.
their real love?
So again, like I was saying, real love. Okay.
What is real love?
And if people don't know how to do that at the beginning, that's where you come and teach them. Now, once you say, "Hey, this is how I want to be loved," and they still don't do it, and you decide to stay, that's your fault. All right.
That's true.
So you gotta. You know what I'm saying? I can't build the coffee table if it comes in pieces without instructions.
True.
It's the same thing
That's
with a
true.
woman. She gonna have to give me some little, not everything, but she can give me some. You know.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
I like. She might like the way I show affection and love, but it still might be some stuff that she actually needs and wants.
right.
But if she never tells me,
How would you know?
how would I know? Because what if I don't even think of that? Just because I don't think of it doesn't mean I don't do it or that I don't want to do it. It just means
Or
I
that
just
you
never.
wouldn't do it.
That too. I just never been with somebody who want that. So
Right.
why would I think about that?
That's true. That's
You know
why
what
you
I'm
should
saying?
communicate.
When I hear women literally tell me all the time, "Oh no, I don't want to tell you." Why?
That makes no sense.
It doesn't make sense to me.
If you to my future husband, baby, you can ask me whatever, and I'm gonna tell you right there.
Listen, this ain't no date now.
I didn't.
Just-
I'm just gonna be quiet. I'm just gonna be
Oh,
quiet.
Keena.
Anyway,
It's that chicken getting to you. But what I was saying, yeah. You know, you gotta let people know. I mean, honest with you, now I don't know hearing you talk. I don't know no more.
why you say
That's
that?
something I would have to think about. Because you said a lot of stuff that made sense. So maybe it's not enough. But I do know God.
I mean, because
I knew God need to be in it though.
right. I mean, because I will say this: it wasn't that the relationship, that particular relationship, it wasn't necessarily that it was bad. It was just
It was horrible.
no, it wasn't bad. It was just
It's quadruple.
there
murder.
was a lack. And I know I may have some. I know I had some faults in that relationship.
Mm-hmm.
but
ownership.
Yeah, I mean that you learn from all of your mistakes, but in reference to that, even outside of my contribution to, whatever he may have felt, because I really don't know what he felt, but in my experience in reference to why I did what I did, even though I didn't want to, it was from a place of what I needed from him. I felt like he wasn't capable of giving me that. Because if that was the case, we wouldn't have been together for so long without me receiving it. I mean, there were times where I did get it, but it wasn't consistent. And I'm a woman who needs consistency.
I wouldn't say that.
But when I say consistency in reference to loving me, if I go out of my way and I'm always thinking about your feelings in any decisions that I make, I feel like you should be doing the same thing for me. You shouldn't be making decisions. If we've been together 2+ years, I personally feel like, and living together in a sense, if I whatever decisions I make, I'm thinking about how is this going to affect him? Should I do this? Is this a good move for us? And in certain situations, I'm not going to say all, but in certain situations, I did not feel like I was getting the same treatment in return. Sometimes I was feeling like my thoughts weren't being considered. And I don't like that. I don't like stuff like that. Because if we're going to be together, I need you to consider how it's going to affect me.
I like how you being open on this podcast, this episode.
I'm
Because I'm
trying.
usually more open. But it's your time to shine.
I'm
There you go,
trying.
girl. Yes, honey. Love is love enough in a relationship.
Right, because it's like the question, the meme was basically saying like, why do men cheat on women if they say that they love them?
They don't. That's the point.
But you can't say that. They do.
You know why
love
I say that?
woman.
Listen, I'm gonna say this.
They just may not be loving. They're not loving her the way she should be loved because they want to do what they want to do. That doesn't mean that he doesn't love her.
Okay, can I say this?
That's what I'm.
Let me stop. Every time you commit a sin, is that loving God? Every time you commit a sin, is that loving God?
Every time you commit a
Yeah,
sin.
like if you repeatedly a repeat offender, you asking for the same forgiveness.
Does that mean I don't love him?
Yeah, do that mean you love him?
Yeah, I do love him.
No,
I'm not perfect. That's why he died for me.
So if you repeat it all the time, you're like, I'm just telling him, he gonna forgive me. That's loving him?
That's taking advantage of grace or mercy.
That's not
But
loving
that
him.
doesn't mean that you don't love him.
Okay, let's read 1 Corinthians 13, 6 and 7. Go ahead, pull it up.
I don't have my phone.
Here you go, you can use mine. Thought you was slick.
I wasn't being slick. I was just letting you know I don't
Thought you was slick. You got it.
have my phone.
Bible verse right here.
Phone is recording.
There you go.
What
You know how to use this out, right?
Yes, I have this app on my phone.
Oh, okay.
What am I looking for?
1 Corinthians chapter 13. The verse of love.
Chapter 13.
Yeah.
Verse what?
I believe it starts at 6. You see it?
Love does not delight in evil,
Keep going.
but rejoices with the truth.
Keep going.
It always protects, always trusts.
What?
Always hopes.
What? Keep going.
Always perseveres.
Yes, sir. Keep going.
Love never fails.
All right.
But where there are prophecies, they will cease. Where there are tongues, they will be stilled.
Okay, you can stop right there.
Well, let's read this in... Oh, that is in the NIV. Let's read this in the New Living. So we can get some clarity.
I got it.
I didn't get clear.
Because I know the verse back and front. In probably like 3
you
or 4
said a
different
lot.
versions.
You said what?
That verse opened my eyes to make me want to
It does
be
not
mad.
rejoice about injustice.
Say it loud so the people can see you.
They can hear me. It does not... Oh, where am I at? It does not rejoice about injustice, but rejoices whenever the truth wins out.
Okay.
So what does that have to do with your question?
Read the whole thing.
So I'm going to start back over. It does not rejoice about injustice, but rejoices whenever the truth wins out. Love never gives up.
Keep going. Keep going. Okay. Yes, sir.
Never loses faith.
Okay.
Is always hopeful.
Okay.
And endures through every circumstance.
Bam.
So...
What you got out of that?
Let me read the beginning. Because
No.
This very good. I'm glad you did this.
No, I'm not.
Because what a lot of people like to do,
I'm not.
they like to just pick.
No, I'm not
pick and
picking.
choose different scriptures
No.
in order to get clarity.
Look
And this
at
is for all you people who be trying to rip apart Christians. Yeah, I'm saying something right now. To try to rip apart script before you open your mouth to try to prove a point. Make sure you read the whole chapter.
Listen, hold on.
Can I read this? Let me read
Hold
this.
on.
Let me read it.
You can read it. You can read it. But let me say my point real quick.
But I wasn't referencing that to you.
I read the chapter.
Right, but for the people who are listening, we can't just always go off of what we're talking about. Because people may be trying to get information.
I hear what you're saying.
Okay.
You can go to 1 Corinthians chapter 13 and read the whole chapter.
I just want to read right before you get to
Okay,
verse
we'll
6.
read it.
Okay.
Because my point's still going to be made.
I didn't say that it wasn't. I wanted clarity.
I'm saying it's still going to be correct.
If I could speak all the languages of earth and of angels, but didn't love others, I would only be a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. Meaning you just...
Okay, keep going.
If I had the gift of prophecy, and if I understood all of God's secret plans and possessed all knowledge, and if I had such faith that I could move mountains but didn't love others, I would be nothing.
Okay.
If I gave everything I have to the poor and even sacrificed my body, I could boast about it. But if I didn't love others, I would have gained nothing. Love is patient and kind.
What's up?
Love is not... Where am I at? Love is not... Jesus.
Let's go.
Love is not jealous.
Woo.
Or boastful.
Yes, go.
Or proud.
Yes, go.
Or rude.
Yes, go. Keep going.
Or rude.
Yes, go.
It does not demand its own way.
Yes, go. Come on. Read the rest.
It is not irritable.
Yes.
And it keeps no record of
Thank you.
it.
Wrongdoing. I know it. Yes, go.
It does not rejoice about injustice, but rejoices whenever the truth wins out. Love never gives up. Love never gives up. Never loses faith. Is always hopeful and endures through every circumstance.
Yes, go. Now, this is making my point.
Hold on, we almost at the end, so I might as well read the rest. Prophecy and speaking in unknown languages and special knowledge will become useless, but love will last forever. Now, our knowledge is partial and incomplete, and even the gift of prophecy reveals only part of the whole picture. But when the time of perfection comes, these partial things will become useless. When I was a child, I spoke and thought and reasoned as a child. But when I grew up, I put away childish things. Now we see things imperfectly, like puzzling reflections in a mirror. But then we will see everything with perfect clarity. All that I know now is partial and incomplete. But then I will know everything completely, just as God now knows me completely. 3 things will last forever: faith, hope, and love. And the greatest of these is love. So what point were you trying to make?
The point I'm trying to make, you said these people still love these people when they do these actions. Okay. And I told you they can't. It's impossible.
So basically, that's not real love.
No, that's not love. Period. You can.
That's what I'm saying. That's not real love.
You could call it.
I get what you're saying. So it's not. It's not love.
You could call it fate, whatever. It's not real love. I just sit there and pointed out in the scriptures. The script, that script. I done read the chapter about a million times.
From that aspect of what he's saying.
You gonna let me make my point?
I'm sorry.
Or you gonna take over?
Go ahead, they can't see your face.
I know, I had to move out to give you the shine and the glory.
Don't do that. Come on.
All I'm basically saying is, no, that's not real love. Because love, listen, if you cheat, I'm letting you know right now, you do not love the person. If you did, you would have felt guilty even on your way over to go cheat.
That's true.
The guilt would have came so weighed on you so much, you ain't even thought about it. Matter of fact, I take a step further. You wouldn't even put yourself in a situation to be tempted to cheat.
That's true.
That's what I'm basically saying. So when you keep saying that love, they still love these people. No. When you put your hands on a woman, you do not love her.
From the Bible's perspective, that's not love. I'm agreeing. Like what he's saying, the way he just explained it, and what it now says from the Bible, that you're right.
I'm not disagreeing.
It's not love.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but I ain't finna be politically correct. I don't care. It's the truth. Whether you read the Bible or not, that's common sense to me. True. That's just common sense. Because if you sit up here, you can be loyal to your homeboys the way you are. But you could treat a woman like that. That means that's like it goes back to earlier. These fools loving on each other. That's just the bottom line. Because if you can show that much love to a man, right?
That's true.
And the woman is holding you down for real, you're tripping. That's just me personally, and I'm not saying that in a bad way.
Or it could just be that you. I don't want to use these excuses if you're not ready. You don't have any respect for women because you're just doing you're being selfish. You're getting what you want from them, and then you're using them up to do what you want to do with them, and then you're just
be for real. It's a few things men do. Okay, right now in this time, I know this, and I'm speaking because I'm being in a conversation with the homies, man. I'm the only male to be sitting in the conversation. I feel like sometimes they forget I'm there.
Why you say that?
Because they just be ranting on. Just forget I'm there. I'm like, dang, can I get in this conversation? I don't know nothing about this conversation. I don't date men. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, they talking about dating, man?
Yeah, they be talking about the stuff that they go through. So all I hear is they getting used for a place to stay. They get used for...
Oh, you talking about the women are saying it?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood what you said.
They getting used for a place to stay, used for money. They probably for sex.
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever emotional, whatever they need from this woman, they want some type of emotional attachment. I don't know. Be babied. I don't know. I forgot how the homie said it. But basically what I'm telling you is, I don't know, just this real, that's weird. To me, that's weird. And I only say this because I did it. So looking back at it, I literally look at myself in embarrassment.
Why did you do it?
The reason why I did it, I had issues. That's just...
So you don't think that that's what the other guys...
That probably could be.
Because he could just be like, man, them my homeboys. Yeah. I'm loyal to a default to my boys.
Okay.
But because I got issues, I don't know how to love a woman properly.
But listen, I'm going to just be real. Even back then, if a dude came to me like, hey, man, we about to, I don't know, go knock over this gas station. This is my homeboy telling me, we about to go knock over this gas station. Mm-hmm. And then I go home that night and my girl, just for whatever reason, just say, you know, I trust you enough that you won't do nothing stupid to have you away from this household.
Right.
But you still go knock over that gas station after she told you that last night. Who's the dummy? So I'm just being honest with you.
No, you're right.
I'm just being honest with you. This is common sense stuff.
Priorities are not in the right place.
It don't even have to just be script. Just common sense.
Yeah.
If I'm literally my woman, the same person, especially when you the dude don't even have nothing, you stay with her. She done got you your job. She done learned how to dress. She done taught you how to dress. You feel me? She be cooking for your regular behind. You feel me?
Why do men do that? And then they leave her. Once he finally make it, it's like he go leave her.
So all I'm basically saying, I'm not bashing men. I'm just saying I'm being realistic. Because trust me, it's women out here
that do the same
thing. And all I'm saying is when I look back at my situation, I literally be saying, you're stupid, Devin. You was dumb. And I'm like, yes, I can admit I was dumb. I can't speak for every dude with why they do. Some of them probably is gay. Let's just be for real.
They might be undercover.
Some of them just need a place to stay. Some of them need money. And some of them, it's just like the fact that they just slept with you. I mean, it's at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So it's many reasons, not those one particular reason why men do what they do. You know what I'm saying? Because I can think of a million things why the females do what they do.
Yeah. I mean, it goes both ways.
But I'll be honest with you. I don't meet too many females who do that because I don't run across them. Maybe I just ain't attracted to those. But when I be hearing dudes tell me stories, like I even meet somebody like that. I don't know.
You gotta show signs in the beginning. There are signs in the beginning.
I don't feel like it's too many women out here doing that.
Doing what?
Doing what I just said what men be doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But there's some out here who want to be taken care of. But they honest about wanting to be taken care of though. They come from, I want me a sugar daddy.
I mean, so what?
I want to be taken care of. Men ain't honest.
So what are you experiencing now?
What you mean? What I'm experiencing?
Like, how are women now? Because you know how you hear like men be like, oh, these women be about this and that and that.
I don't know what they talking about. I just know the ones I talk to, they don't be on that. They might be not emotionally ready. Mm. That's all I can think of that I be coming across. Just communication. Horrible communication. I've run into that a lot. Just horrible communication. And then for me,
horrible communication.
It doesn't communicate. Okay, we might have a date Sunday. And they say something like an hour before I got to leave. Or no, 30 minutes right before I leave. Like
that they're canceling.
Or they'll say, you know what, my homegirl said she need me to help her move, so I literally had somebody do that and then turn around and say, can we kick it tomorrow? That don't even make no sense. Let's just be for real. You probably went out on another date. That's what it sounded like to me.
I mean, but the person is not. They're trying to reschedule.
30 minutes before, I done planned my whole day out when I had to plan. I done push stuff to the side. Like, it's not like a free day and whatnot. I'm not saying that it might not be possible to reschedule, but at the same time, all I'm saying is
I mean, maybe something really came up. How do you know that person is not telling you?
I'm really being. She probably is.
So why would you?
But why would you drop? Why would you drop? Never mind.
What? No. I'm asking a legit question.
I wouldn't. I just know I wouldn't drop. Like,
so if something came up 30 minutes right before.
If it's an emergency, yes. But then again, that means I'm different. But I can't expect everybody to be me. I'm busy.
Bingo.
Okay, you got to point at me. I know that.
Hey, bingo. You do that to me.
Bingo.
You see? Oh my God. You don't know how to take a dose of your own medicine.
Bingo.
Anyways, what else was I gonna say?
But 1 Corinthians chapter 13, all that stuff that was said in them, anything that you do evil, you do not love that individual.
That's true. That's not real love.
If you go through with it, you don't love them. You basically, it's a slap in the face. To me, that's a slap in the face.
It is. Because it's like, why are you actually there?
So just
like, what are you, if you're in a relationship, like, what are you, why are you in it?
It's like when dudes do it, and I do know this, when dudes do it, they wrong, but when a female do it, it's a reason why they do it. There's no reason for nobody to do it.
Because my whole thing is this: if you're not happy in a relationship, don't do tit for tat. No, if you're not happy, or
exactly, if you're happy, just leave, dog. That's how I look at it. It's easy just to walk away.
It is.
Just like Monica, walk out of my life. Before you walk out of my life, my bad.
It kind of like this ain't going. Well,
but that's all I got on that subject,
right.
And that was the last.
So, in reference to real love,
Mary J.
In order to really love someone, really loving someone will automatically, I believe, rereading that scripture, faith, hope, and love, in a sense, all those intertwined. That's your loyalty, that's your respect, that's your honor. Real love is going to incorporate all of that within itself.
And you're always going to get tempted.
So I see what you're saying.
You're always going to get tempted to do certain things. Mm-hmm. But I know cheating is the biggest thing. And now we made it so normal that it's a normal thing to where we don't even think people can even do it. People can't do it.
People can't do what?
The world made it normal that cheating is normal. That there's no one on this face of the earth that can be in a relationship and not cheat. I literally heard a woman tell me that. A woman told me, say, hey, she said, I think every man cheats. I don't care who they is. They eventually do. And I said, what, they do? I disagree. I feel like a man that used to cheat can be reformed.
I don't think every man cheats.
If he gives his life to Christ for real, I think he can. I think he can come out of those old ways and go to a new. I'm a perfect.
Everybody can be changed.
I am a perfect example of that. I went from one to a whole new, and I know if I tell a female that, of course she's gonna be skeptical, because in her mind, she's been drilled in her head by social media or the media
or her past experience. I will say this to kind of like piggyback off of what you're saying.
I know you didn't let me finish, but go ahead.
Go ahead. I thought you were.
Nah, we good now. I don't even want to talk no more. Go ahead. Go ahead and finish your statement, man.
To kind of like elaborate, that's why my personal opinion, or I'm not going to say my personal opinion, I would say my experience in reference to loving someone, it's like knowing what real love is, and as far as like being in a relationship, I just lost my whole train of thought. You were talking about being in a relationship. People think that no man can cheat.
Yeah. That's all I said. That a female told me that she think all men cheat. And that once a cheater, always a cheater. Okay,
so going into a situation, when you're in a relationship, you should be at a space to where you are open to love. That way you're giving someone a fair chance. And don't get me wrong, that's scary. It is. When I think about my dating phase right now, like trying to get to know someone, being honest, being open, since he said I don't be open enough. Being open and honest is scary. It's trying to open up to someone without, it's like it's trying to open up to someone without putting someone else's or your past on that person. It's giving them the opportunity to not prove, or to allow them to prove to you that they are not like others. Am I saying this right? Like, not assuming that you're going to be like other men, basically. And the only way that you can do that, you first have to trust your own instincts. You have to first trust yourself. And a lot of times we can't give that guy, or for the man, you can't give that woman the opportunity to do it because you don't trust yourself to know whether or not that person is or not. If that makes sense.
No, that makes sense.
Because it's like you're so busy worrying yourself about or trying to protect yourself that you're really not giving that person the opportunity to show you. It's like, open up, be vulnerable, show them. You have to understand that you have to go into the situation knowing that there's a possibility that this person may not be truthful. But you also have to go into that situation knowing that they might be a truthful person. You won't know until you experience that person. And you have to trust yourself to have the boundaries, or not, get so all into the situation to the point to where, if you do see it, now you're like so really hurt behind it. You got to give yourself a chance to love, and you got to give yourself a chance to love and to be loved. Otherwise, you're never gonna be able to trust somebody if you constantly have walls up. You're never gonna be able to let someone in because you're heavily guarded. You have to trust yourself. Trust that you are making a decent decision. Trust yourself in knowing that in order to open up, I have to open up. And again, that can be scary, but love is worth it. Finding real love is worth it. That's what I tell myself.
Real love. All right. So that's the subjects that we got today. That's the podcast for today. We'll be resuming this again next Sunday. We drop every Monday, y'all. Just if y'all ain't noticed, every Monday. The previous podcast get dropped every Monday. So this one won't be out until, I don't know why I'm saying it. It's not like it's coming out tomorrow. I feel stupid. Anyway, close in prayer. My great Heavenly Father, I come to you and ask you for forgiveness for our sin, past and present. Past and present, continue to watch over us and be with us going into the new week. Thank you for letting us get through Sabbath weekend. Thank you for us acknowledging our faults and our wrongdoing. Allow us to improve on those. Help us with those to be the persons that you want us to be. Allow us to continue to be good sons, daughters, mothers, fathers, brothers and sisters to each other. Love one another like you love us. Continue to watch over us throughout the rest of the night, Lord. And have traveling mercies on us on these roadways. In your precious name, amen.
Amen.